everybody, it's Sandy here. I'm just going to take you through a Pilates workout, really focusing on getting you ready for your day or for your workout with mobility and stability, using all the core muscles and just creating mobility around our joints. Often our shoulders are tight because our chest is tight, so let's just focus on what we can do to get this area all opened up. It's a beautiful way to start your day, finish your day, especially if you're challenged with posture. So with that said, let's get busy. I'm going to start at the end of my mat and stand, placing my feet underneath my shoulders, tuck into the tummy and hold. I'm just going to start shoulder rolls back, grounding my feet, zipping up my belly and thinking of a clock. So 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock and down to 6 o'clock. Lifting, rotating and down. Lifting, rotating and down. This is great for any sport you may do and you're challenged with posture. Getting yourself ready for it is quite simple. You just have to spend a few moments doing it. I'm just going to focus on the right shoulder and lift, rotate and down. Lift, rotate and down. Keeping my head still, keeping alignment through my spine. Breath in, lift, pinch the shoulder blade in and then drop it into your back pocket. Lift and rotate. I'm going to do one more, then I'm going to add the whole arm. A nice integration, so we just lift, rotate, and my eyes are going to follow my thumb. Breath in and lift, exhale, rotate and down. Breath in, lift, exhale, rotate and down. Lift, rotate and down. Coming back into your center. Reposition, rezip and left shoulder, rotate and come down. Lift, noticing which one feels tighter or a little bit more looser. Have an awareness of where you feel you hold tightness. And wherever you have tightness, do a little more. So there is no set number on each side. You just listen to your body and your needs. Often that left shoulder is the lazy one and often gets injury because it's not in the right position. Okay, one more. And I'm going to add a full arm now. Breath in, lift. Exhale, come back down. 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 One more time. Breath in, lift. Exhale and come back down. And hold. Lift the shoulders and drop. Lift the shoulders and drop. So lift with intention and drop. Letting all the cares go of the day. No gripping with the toes. Zip on the tummy. Lift and drop. Beautiful. Now we're going to focus on those nice chest muscles and just open the hands behind you. Go back to the zip on the tummy. Think of your chin, make sure it's not forward. Pop it back in. Imagine a wall behind you and just pop it in. Hold. It's a great stretch for people like our makeup people, our beauticians, our hairdressers. You often hear from them that they've got tight necks, tight chest. It's a simple exercise. Now taking your right arm over to the left ear and popping that head down to the side and your left hand flexed and just pull the head to one side. And come back up. Of course we do the other side. Right hand flex, left hand comes over and hold. Have a little bit of a pull on that side of the head. Always exhale into that stretch. And back into your center. Now that we've opened up all these muscles, take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, get your arms away from your body, pull backwards, and then just lift your heart and your eye gaze up to the ceiling and hold. Come back into your breath. Coming into some ankle mobility now and strengthening of the foot muscles, which is really essential, especially for people that wear flat shoes all the time. So breath in, zip the tummy, lift up, fly like a plane. But keep the shoulders down, only the arms fly. Zip the tummy before you come up. Focus. Press your big toes down if you feel unstable. Breath in and lifting it up. Push your big toes in. It's an extremely simple exercise to strengthen our ankles and mobility and stability, especially if you are a sports player or you're aging. We often forget about how much our feet and ankles do, and they have lots of muscles needing attention to. Otherwise, they become lazy. Breath in and lifting up. Focus on one point ahead of you and come back down. One more time. Breath in and lifting up. And exhale, come back down. Go ahead now and take your arms up to the sky and then open out the chest and just hold palms forward. And repeat, breath in, coming down. Exhale, lifting back up and open out through the chest. And come back down. And breath in, lifting up and open out through that chest. And come back down. Go ahead now and let's focus on the back. Soften your knees, breath in and lifting up. Soften your knees, exhale, come all the way down. Lift your bottom up. Now just wriggle into the position. You may find you're up here, put a block or a pillow, bend your knees as you need to. But please get contact with the floor or a block. Bend the knees and lift the bottom up. Bend the knees and lift the bottom up. Bend, so you're lengthening out through the posterior muscles, and you may find the tension is behind the knees, or the tension is in your hamstring, or the tension is in your calf muscles. Keep your chin tucked, or it could just be lower back, or a combination of all. Remember, you're just creating the mobility and flexibility you want in your body. Beautiful. And one more, holding it back up, drop in. Grab each one of your elbows and just rock side to side, helping the lower back, QLs and multifidus, lengthen and release. Go back to your breath and hold. Hands come down. Weight in your heels, take your right arm in a big circle and come all the way back. Come back down. A left arm, big circle, and come all the way back. Right arm, big circle, and come back. Can feel awkward when you first start. Take your eye gaze with you. Breath in and lift. Think of pointing as you go. And one more, breath in and lift, and coming back down. Sink in another deep breath. Now walking down your mat, come into your kneeling stance, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Breath in, rolling up into your lower back. Exhale and just reverse. Breath in and rolling back up. And exhale, a reverse. Good. Breath in, rolling up. You want starfish fingers. And exhale, come back down. Breath in, rolling back up. And exhale, come back down. One more time, breath in, rolling back up. And exhale, come back down. Now, we're going to take that to the next move. Hands in front. Create yourself a nice long spine, first of all, in rest position. Now sinking the tailbone down, hold, take a breath, pull up in the belly and move both of your arms to the right. You're going to feel it right down the left side of your spine, going into the nasty QLs that tend to tighten up on us. Pull up in your belly and take yourself over to the left. So you always want to move with the abdominals, not move from your hinged lower back. So we teach our abdominals to support our back. Back into your center, reach forward with those fingertips, tuck and roll forward. So it's a rolling cat and cow, tucking the elbows in as you roll, come forward over the wrist, and then arch your back and come back. Breath in, rolling up, and exhale, coming back. Breath in, rolling back up, and exhale, coming back. Breath in, rolling back up, and exhale, come back. Now let's address those tight forearms from all of our clutching of phones and typewriter. Turn your right hand first of all, back to front. Bring your knees under your hips and hold. Can be really gnarly for some people. Just be patient. To increase that, we just come back. Just listen to your body. Tight forearms and tight rotators around your elbow can cause issues which appear in the shoulder. So it's very important to keep the mobility from that elbow down too. And just reverse. Feels really good. Turn the left one around and pull back and hold. Beautiful. Ease back in. Sit back down onto your feet, creating quad length and mobility in the top of your ankles. Use a cushion, any old cushion if you need to, under your knees if they're compromised. Hold, take the hands out in front of you and just do a nice circle through the wrist so that all the rotators around your elbow are used. And then of course back up the other way. Can be a little bit hard when you first do this, but you'll get it. You feel this beautiful sensation going right up your arms through all the tendons, especially if you're a little bit arthritic. And hold. Beautiful. Now we're just going to go into our hips. So I'm going to come forward onto my bottom and put the feet outside the mat, hands behind. All we're going to do here is just rotate the knees in. Rolling in as far as you can. You want to go as nice and wide and try not to lean back onto your arms, rather push yourself forward. By now you're starting to feel really quite opened up. Beautiful. So continuing with hips, I want you to bring yourself into a mermaid position. So you tuck your right foot behind you, breath in, left leg across the front. Hands to the side. Think about your right hip, your right glute. Just lift and roll down. Lift and roll down. You're not leaning on your arms at all. There's a slight lift into the abdominals and a length in your back. And check you're not hanging your head. Always check that your head is on top of your shoulders. You can put your fingertips down, but don't use them. Beautiful. And we're just going to do a couple of mermaid reaches on each side. Glue the right hip down, exhale over with the right arm, and come back. Exhale over with the left arm, and come back. Exhale over with the right arm, and come back. Over with your left arm, and come back. Two more. Exhale over with your right arm, and come back. And over with your left arm, and come back. Beautiful. We're just going to rotate our legs the other way. Right leg around, a left, tuck behind. Now I want you to check your foot's tucked away and not in a flipper position. You tuck it out. We want to create the length in the tendons on the top of the ankle. Hold. Find the position and then just go ahead and roll and marinate that left hip up and down. Keep going as long as you need to. You may have one that's tighter than the other. Right side may feel tight, left side can be the back that feels it because you're not as strong on the left. So the back kicks in and does some work. So we need to release those back muscles and put the work back where it should be. And we're going to glue that left hip down. Push yourself into your middle, hands to the side. Right arm over and ease back. A left arm over and ease back. A right arm comes over and ease back. A left arm over and ease back. A right arm over and back. A left arm over and back we come. We're going to finish with a forward stretch, saying hello to our full body now, taking your legs out in front of you. You may want to pull the body fat off your bottom and get right up on your sit bones. Even if you don't have a lot of that, pulling it backwards props you up nicely. Just point your toes. Never be in a rush. Set your shoulders back, open the chest out, reach for the sky and hold. Pull into the tummy and roll your way forward. And go ahead and roll your way back up and take yourself up to the sky. Exhale and coming back down, tucking into your belly and roll your way forward. Roll your way back up. And I'm going to take this into our very popular saw, taking your feet to the sides of the mat. Take your arms out, drop your shoulders down your back. Rotate to the right side, back hand in, front hand out, tuck in and roll forward. So this is why we call it saw. That's the imagery of your sawing a piece of wood. A little finger to little toe, tuck in and roll your way back up, drop your shoulders down. Rotate to your right, dive in and roll your way forward. Roll your way back up and come back into center. Drop the shoulders down. Rotate to your right and tuck in and roll forward. Roll your way back up, back into center and drop. Rotate to your left and dive in and roll forward. Roll your way back up, back into center, drop. Rotate to your right and dive in and roll forward. Roll your way back up, back into center and drop. Last time around to your left and tuck in and roll your way forward. Roll your way back up, back into center, reach for the sky. Bring your legs in, forward fold, tuck into your belly. See how far you can go. Roll your way back up. Final move. See if you can come into your cross-legged position. Prop yourself in, prop yourself from behind, chest open, almost pushing yourself off your bottom, and hold, nice and tall. And then sneak your way over the front and go as far as you can go. Go ahead and roll your way back up. And I hope you enjoyed that mobility, stability, release of tendons and muscles that you can put before any other workout or just by itself, and finally live in a body that doesn't have compromised joints and pain and posture problems going the wrong way. So start to do a little bit each day, and I hope that you get the results that you're looking for. Namaste.